Hello and welcome to Dreams of Wings, and welcome here to Duxford. We're at Duxford, so we must be doing warbirdie stuff, and it's time to get your cans on because this is going to be very much auditory, hopefully. And don't worry, I'm going to be minimising the amount of waffle that I bring to it because of that. Hugely excited to bring this to you, and a big thank you to Echo 19 for giving me the opportunity to try their sound pack. And to show it to you in this video. I'm a huge fan of the P-51. I loved the FSX version and the P-3D version that A2A did. I've not found a P-51 that I love in the same way in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're going to be using the Aeroplane Heaven P-51 today, and I'm going to show you the default startup sounds, and then also we're going to switch back into the Echo 19 sounds and go for a flight and really get a feel of what it's all about. As I say, hugely excited. I'm a massive fan of the P-51, and I want to have a P-51 that I love in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Anyway, enough of my waffle. Let's jump in the cockpit and let's unplug our ears. Okay, so here we are, and I did promise I'm going to keep waffle to a minimum, but there are a few things I need to tell you about. First of all, what's really exciting about this is that it's actually recorded from a real Packard Merlin P-51D in conjunction with Pole Production. So what we're actually going to hear is authentic cockpit noises that they've actually recorded from the real deal, which is very exciting. Also going to have some lovely flyby effects as well. Of course, they're famous for the gun port whistle, so very much looking forward to that. And it's not just the engine, it's all other bits and pieces as well that we'll probably hear as we go along. But yeah, Echo 19 are known for their attention to detail, and I am really interested to see what this is going to be like, and especially how the engine sounds. How alive is the engine going to sound? Am I going to feel like I'm actually, you know, you need to have that immersion, damn it, when you're flying a warbird. You need to feel that you're strapped into a monster, and hopefully the sounds are really going to bring that across, and I'm very excited to see how that's going to sound. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to play you a startup using the default P-51D sounds. As I said at the beginning, this is the Aeroplane Heaven P-51D. You can also use the Reno Racers P-51 from Asobo. That's the great thing about this sound pack. It doesn't just work on one, it will work on both. But for this one, this is the Aeroplane Heaven P-51D. So let's see what that default startup sounds like. Okay, now let's see what we have got now. So this is not going to be a textbook startup. We are listening to the sounds and getting in the air. So this is certainly not a startup tutorial, but I will see what I can remember. I am going to be as quiet as I can so that you can hear things. But I will try and be helpful with some explanations, but also remember when to shut up. So, first of all, let's open the canopy so we can hear everything. Nice. It's a bit more throaty. Can't remember what the old one sounded like, but that's got a nice kind of throaty sound to it. And already I'm doing what I said I wouldn't do, which is waffling. So bear with me while we start up and listen to the engine. I seem to remember in the old A2A P-51D you started it in idle cutoff, and then after a while you moved the lever forward. On this one it seems to do the mixture automatically, so I'm just going to put it into run, but it'll probably do its own thing anyway. Okay, so we're primed. We can have the mags on, although again I'm sure that's another one, perhaps I'm thinking of the Texan where you had to wait a while before you did that, but happy with everything else. Oh, let's see what this sounds like. Beautiful. That is rather lovely, isn't it? Much more throaty. Wow. I'm getting that warbird vibe, which I didn't get before from this aircraft. Okay, right, let's try and focus on doing a bit of flying here. So, I'll taxi out. Not much in the way of wind or anything. How's our T's and P's? Let's do a quick mag check. Cycling the prop. Okay, let's move. I always forget how this P-51, when you're using tail wheel free car string, it's quite vicious. I haven't got multiplayer on or anything like that, so I'm not expecting anything to come. Oh, that sound is amazing. Okie doke. Right, quick look down. No issues. Happy with everything. Let's close the canopy. Oh, beautiful sound. just listening to the engine. This is also the first video I've made with the new version of Chase Plane. Can't even get my words out. Something I'm going to do is just change the zoom a little bit on the cockpit view. It's a bit better, just wind it in a little bit more. There we go. Okay, let's trim her out a little bit. Come back on the power a little bit. Still as twitchy as I remember it, this Aeroplane Heaven one. Bouncing about quite a bit. Well, I've got to say, it's incredible how the sounds can bring this P-51 back to life for me a little bit. Don't forget, this doesn't do anything to the flight model or anything like that, but it's certainly a vast improvement with the sounds, and I know that there are people doing things with flight models and that kind of stuff. But I feel very at home here now. It's amazing how the sound can just make such a difference. I guess it's like they say with music, isn't it? Okay, let's give it a land. What could possibly go wrong? Now I seem to remember it takes a long time to bleed the speed off in this P-51. So I'll start trying to do that. Just, there we go. Sorting out my head tracking a little bit. Come on, speed. Let's have you. Cannot for the life of me remember what the landing speed is, and I'm trying not to think Spitfire because I know that will be wrong. But we're going to do a bit of a curved approach. Feels like we're coming in a little bit fast. Put all the flap down now. Chopping the throttle. Back, a little bit of brakes, a little bit of a sigh of relief. Let's have flap up and open the canopy. There we go. Okay, let's not let that free castering wheel bite us. There we go. Flap still coming up. Well, she may have certainly a different flight model to what I'm used to with the A2A, and I know some people absolutely adore this Aeroplane Heaven P-51, so who am I to start criticising that? But this sound pack, wow, it really adds something nice to it. So we'll take her home and then listen to the shutdown. This is my favourite repaint for a Shark as well, and a real Ron Atwood masterpiece. There'll be a link to it down below. So glad he brought this wonderful shark into the sim. Used to fly this livery all the time in P-51D. Beautiful. Wow. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, there is no doubt about it. No doubt about it at all. Echo 19 have done a amazing job. And I will be flying this P-51 now, purely because of the sounds. I can kind of fly it in a way that I enjoy it, and having the sounds just adds that immersion. And then I know that when the flight models get tinkered with, it's going to be something special. But yeah, really enjoyed that. Lovely sounds. Isn't it incredible how sounds can just absolutely transform something? Amazing. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found that useful. And I'm just going to go away now and have a toast to the fact that I now have the shark back in my sim. See you on the channel. Take care now. Bye-bye.